Jules' apartment night. Jules leans back in his chair, his face illuminated by the soft glow of his computer screen. His room is neat, reflecting his methodical nature. Riley's room, in contrast, is a burst of color, with half-finished canvases, paint splatters, and fairy lights twinkling in the background. Riley gestures with her hands, excited, and then I added this splash of red, and it felt like the whole painting came alive. Jules laughs, "You make it sound so easy. I can barely draw a stick figure." Riley, teasing, "That's because you think too much. Art isn't logical, Jules. It's feeling." Jules nods, thinking deeply. Jules, speaking of thinking too much, hesitates. "Have you given any more thought to visiting me? In person?" Riley's smile falters, just for a second, but she recovers quickly. Riley pauses. "I have, but you know how things are. My gallery opening is soon, and I'm not sure if I'm ready." A beat. Jules tries to hide his disappointment. "Jules," softly, "I understand. No pressure." Silence lingers between them, the distance feeling more palpable than ever. Jules clears his throat, changing the subject. "Jules," lightly, "So, you said you finished that painting. Can I see it?" Riley hesitates, then grabs her laptop, angling the camera to show her latest piece. The painting is a swirl of colors, vivid and full of life, yet there's something melancholy about it. Jules, awed, "Wow, it's beautiful. What's it called?" Riley, longing. Their eyes meet through the screen, an unspoken understanding passing between them. Riley, quietly, "It's about wanting something that feels just out of reach." Jules's heart tightens. He knows exactly what she means. The digital connection they share is strong, but it's not the same as being there, in the same room, sharing the same air. Asterisk as the night deepens, Jules and Riley continue talking, their bond growing stronger and more complicated. Despite the distance, their connection feels real, and yet the longing for more lingers in the air. Riley's studio day. Riley glances at her painting, a swirl of colors that somehow fails to capture what she's feeling. She picks up her phone and hesitates, running her fingers over Jules's picture on the screen. Riley, softly, "I miss you too." More than words can say. Riley finally hits the callback button. Jules answers almost instantly, his face lighting up the screen. He's in his dimly lit room, headphones around his neck and a familiar, warm smile on his lips. "Jules, hey you look beautiful." Riley laughs, though her eyes betray the longing she feels. "Riley, beautiful? I look like I haven't slept in days. But thank you." Jules leans closer to the camera, his gaze full of love and concern. "Jules, painting till dawn again?" Riley bites her lip, guilt seeping through her expression. "Riley, yeah, but it's not just that. It's size, it's everything. I miss your voice, the way you'd hum when you thought I wasn't listening. I miss your touch." Jules nods, understanding the unspoken words. He too feels the heavy weight of distance pressing on his heart. "Jules, gently, I miss you too. So much. But this is just temporary, right? We'll get through it." Riley wipes a stray tear from her cheek and takes a deep breath. "Riley, I know. It's just sometimes it feels endless." Jules pauses, then leans back, trying to hide his own worries. "Jules, how about we make a promise? We'll both do something special today, no matter how small, and share it later. It'll be like a little piece of each other to carry us through." Riley's face brightens a bit, her heart touched by his thoughtfulness. "Riley, I'd like that. You always know how to make the distance feel a bit smaller." They share a smile, both clinging to hope. The call ends, but Riley feels a little stronger, a little closer, knowing they're still connected even miles apart. Paris, Montmartre, night. Riley and Jules walk hand in hand through the lively streets of Montmartre, the air filled with the sound of street musicians. The city glows under a canopy of lights, casting an enchanting aura around them. Riley, smiling, "This feels like a dream. I can't believe you're really here." Jules, gazing at her, "It's real, and so are we. I had to make this happen." They stop in front of a caricature artist. Riley's eyes light up, and she tugs Jules over. Riley, let's get our portrait done. Jules laughs but agrees, sitting beside her. The artist begins to draw while they share playful laughter. Seine River, midnight. They sit on the edge of the Seine, dipping their feet in the cool water. A violinist plays nearby, serenading the city's late-night lovers. Jules, looking pensive, being here with you makes everything else feel insignificant. Back home, I felt trapped in routine, but here, with you, I feel alive. Riley, touching his cheek. You've always had a wild heart, Jules. You just needed to let it out. They lean in, sharing a soft, tender kiss. Quaint cafe morning. The next day, they find a small, charming cafe tucked in an alley. Riley sketches in her notebook, inspired by the city. Jules sips coffee, watching her with a quiet smile. Jules, teasingly, you're the artist, but I think Paris paints you. You've never looked more beautiful. Riley, blushing, flattery will get you everywhere. Just as they begin to lean into each other, a phone rings, breaking the moment. Jules hesitates before checking it. His expression darkens. Riley, noticing what's wrong? Jules, it's my boss. I'm supposed to be back at work by Monday. Riley's expression falters, a shadow of worry crossing her face. Riley, quietly Monday. That's so soon. Jules, grabbing her hand. We still have this moment. And every second counts. Eiffel Tower, sunset. They spend their last evening in Paris at the Eiffel Tower. The sun sets behind them, bathing the sky in orange and pink hues. Jules holds Riley close as they take in the view. Riley, tears in her eyes, promise me this isn't goodbye. Promise we'll find a way. Jules, voice cracking, I promise. No matter where I am, you'll always be with me. They share a final, passionate kiss as the lights of the Eiffel Tower twinkle around them. A bittersweet ending to a perfect weekend. Jules' apartment night. Jules sits at their desk, staring at the blank screen for a moment after the call ends. They run their hands through their hair, feeling a heavy weight settle on their chest. Jules, to themselves, how do we get here? The room feels unbearably silent, punctuated only by the occasional buzz of the city outside. Jules opens a drawer and pulls out a small notebook filled with handwritten letters never sent. Riley's studio, night. Riley is standing in front of a canvas, a paintbrush in hand. The painting is an abstract, filled with swirling colors that convey chaos and longing. Riley's phone rests nearby, screen still glowing from the call. Riley sighs, dropping the brush, and sits down on the floor, staring at the half-finished piece. Riley, whispering, we used to be so close. Riley's roommate, MIA, a lively and supportive friend, walks in with 2 mugs of steaming tea. MIA, hey, you okay? You look like you've been hit by a truck. Riley manages a weak smile and accepts the tea, grateful. Riley, softly, just feeling lost. Mia sits down beside Riley, concern softening her expression. MIA, you've got a good thing with Jules. Maybe this is just a rough patch? Riley looks at the painting, then at Mia, and nods. Riley, determined. Yeah, but we've got to find our way back to each other. Jules' apartment, late night. Jules flips through the notebook, landing on a letter they wrote when Riley moved away. They pick up their phone, hesitating before typing a message to Riley. Jules, text, can we make some time tomorrow to really talk? I want to find our way back to us. Jules' heart pounds as they press send, hoping that this conversation will be a first step toward mending the cracks in their relationship. Riley's studio, same night. Riley receives Jules' message. A small, hopeful smile tugs at their lips as they type a reply. Riley, text, I'd like that. Let's work on this together. Riley puts the phone down and takes a deep breath, feeling a flicker of hope. City Park, weekend afternoon. Jules and Riley finally meet in person, surrounded by autumn leaves. They sit on a park bench, nervous but determined. Jules, softly, I don't want to lose what we have. Riley, reaching for Jules' hand, me neither. We're stronger together, even if it takes work. As they talk, there's a renewed sense of connection, an understanding that even though the weight of distance is real, their bond is worth the fight. The camera lingers on them as they laugh together, sharing stories and dreams. The story captures their journey of learning to communicate and support each other, even when things seem uncertain. Their love becomes a choice they make together, day by day.
Across the distance.